Battle Tendency had a lot of fun things around it. Like we have the amazing character of Stronheim, we have Speedwagon, then we even have the Pillar Man. But today we're gonna talk about something rather less cool, I guess. Cesar Antonio Zeppeli, the Italian master of Hamon, the JoJo of Part 2. Caesar. I watched a couple of videos about Caesar on YouTube and they were like hiding behind the bush and not saying directly. But I don't care, like I'm just real. And I'm just gonna say, I dislike Caesar. I don't like him. It's not like I hate him, I just dislike him and I don't like him. So before you say anything, I'm just gonna give my reason. But before I talk why I don't like him, let me talk why I like him, which there are a few reasons. I love Caesar's design, it's really good. It's one of the best things about him, and one of the few reasons I think he's even popular in the fandom. I mean, it's the only good reason why he's popular in the fandom. The design is good, quality design, I like that. Other than that, I like the original approach that Caesar has with Joseph. I think his relationship with Joseph at first was really good. I think if they kept that in to a point of progression into individuality of Caesar's character, he would be one of the highlights of Part 2. Anyways, let's just get in the track why I don't like Caesar as much and what I feel is the biggest problem with him. Caesar exists because Araki wasn't happy with the relationship with William and Jonathan. He wanted them to be friends, but they were like teacher and student. But Araki got something right. William was Jonathan but better, or better say what Jonathan will become. In Part 2, he concerned too much about making Caesar a friend to Joseph to a point when Caesar becomes a rival instead of someone who Joseph will become. That is why Araki fixes both of this in Part 7. I promise I won't say his name in the video. His legendary name won't be mentioned in this video, I promise. That was close. My biggest problem with Caesar are two things. First, the personality. I don't have a problem myself, and I don't think anyone should have a problem with the fact that Caesar and Joseph don't get along. Because I think if they did get along really good, that will not make sense either, because their personalities are too similar. And I will honestly see in real life two guys with same kind of personality, the way they have, to not get along as well, because that is understandable to me and justifiable. But the problem is, in one chapter, Caesar hates Joseph, absolutely despises him, never gonna work with him, he's a complete asshole, disrespect to my family, never. Next chapter, we are friends, we are cool, we are great. The other chapter, nah, I'm not talking to you again. And Caesar then goes in his own suicide mission. Yes, you heard that right, a suicide mission. And you might be saying, wait, what? No, I actually mean that. He went in his suicide mission because Araki meant to kill him. Araki wrote Caesar to kill him. That's what he said. Yep, 100% confirmed. Not me, it's Araki, fam. Now, let me point out, this is what I say the facts. I don't think that Caesar is a bad written character, perhaps. I actually think Caesar is a bad executed character in the story. Because as an idea, as an ideology, as in a character in a story that is not even told, Caesar is the closest character to the best Part 2 character. But the execution is what loses that. I'm not blaming Caesar. This is the only part of this video where I will say this. I dislike the way Caesar is written in Part 2, but I don't think he's a bad written character for it. I think the problem is, well, Part 2. Because look at this. The length of the chapters, the length of the episode will not allow a full-blown relationship between a protagonist and a second lead character like Joseph and Caesar, and they will not allow a full developed character that is not dying just for the sake of dying like Caesar. He will not allow that. So Caesar could not be perfect in Part 2, no matter what Araki did. That's why I still have respect for Caesar. Yeah. Now, fuck it. I know I said I won't, but fuck it. As a written character, Gyro Zeppeli serves as the perfect Zeppeli. If you don't agree with that, I don't really care if you cry. If you think Caesar is better, that's a lie. I'm sorry, that was bad. Anyways, to a fundamental levels, I will say that Caesar is the worst written Zeppeli. But that doesn't go to any extent to say that, because William had a really strong theme, a really strong character theme, and Gyro is just like other leads. So now that I mentioned all the points, and since I mentioned Gyro, Gyro, I will just explain how a perfect Zeppeli should be actually executed. Gyro in part 7 is what Johnny becomes. But the thing is, Gyro learned Johnny to become that, branded Johnny to become that, and at the same time gave everything for Johnny. But pardon, they did not have the same goal. They had the same indirect goal, winning the race, but for completely different reasons. In part 7, Gyro is as much as the main character as Johnny, while Caesar and William were not. That is why Gyro, William, Caesar. Okay, I don't really know what to say other, but I can analyze what I will say it's my favorite scene from Caesar and everybody's favorite scene from Caesar. If you don't respect this scene, at least, even if you dislike Caesar, even if it's your favorite character, this should be your favorite scene. Caesar's death. And yes, the best scene about the character, the best thing about the character being his death. It's funny, it's sad. So Caesar dies with the most emotional music, the best executed death on part 2, and I will say it has top 10 deaths in all of JoJo. And if you don't know a thing about JoJo, a lot of characters die. A lot of them die. Like, God, no, a lot of them die. So I'm just gonna say this. The death scene was amazing. The music was amazing. The direction was amazing. But the character wasn't amazing. It's like doing the best painting ever in a brick wall. It's still a brick wall. You don't change the inside of something, even though the outside is aesthetically amazing, even though the way you end the thing is amazing. You don't change the actions and the inside of that, period. Now, the purpose of this video is not to change your mind. None of the purposes of my videos are to change your mind or anything. The purposes of my videos, and this video specifically, is to bring a new light to Caesar as a character. And the conclusion of this video is that Caesar had a lot of potential. In execution, he could have been the best character from part 2, but in reality, he was overshined, overwritten, and in general, just mediocre. I won't say bad written specifically, but I will absolutely say that he is, in my opinion, and most people's opinions, the worst written Zeppeli. And people who say that there is a lot of depth to Caesar, oops, and people who say that I could have talked more about him, oops, Caesar is probably the least realistic character in all of JoJo. By probably, I mean he is. And realistic doesn't fit with JoJo, but personality-wise, there are a lot of characters you can relate to fundamentally, like Gyro, William, every single Joe bro. You see fam, changing your personality from an asshole to a friend to an asshole in the space of like 5 chapters does not make you realistic. Okay guys, and I'm sorry if you are the biggest Caesar fan, and if you have like one of those 12-year-old Instagram pages and Caesar is your profile picture and you think he's the greatest fictional character of all time, I honestly apologize for that. Grow the fuck up. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. You're the best, and never forget, you're actually the best. Shout out to Mikey Monkey Guy on Twitter again for making one of the best arts I've ever seen. He's a really good friend. I will just mind my own business from now. I will just like go and steal the balls with Gyro or lion the JoJo with Joshua or some things like that. Anyways, I'm out of ideas for a good outro. Bye!